Good morning, students. Welcome to the next session. I think everyone understood whatever we have seen in the last classes. Before going to enter into today's session, let us recall some basic definitions. So recap the definitions now. So first, what is rational number? So rational numbers are in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, right? And then next is nothing but irrational number. Next type of number, that is irrational numbers cannot be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers. So root 2, root 3, so everything under this category only, right? So next, decimal expansion. So decimal expansion of rational number is nothing but terminated, that is either terminated or non-terminating recurring. So recurring means repeating, right? And the decimal expansion of irrational number is nothing but non-terminating as well as non-recurring. So these kind of definition, everything important, right? Then look at the next question. Express 1.325 bar into the form of p by q. Already we have seen these type of problems, that is how can we convert the decimal numbers into the form of p by q, that is in the form of rational numbers. P by q is nothing but rational numbers. So we are going to convert that to 1.325 into the form of p by q, where p and q are integers likewise, right? Let us enter into the solution video now.
Right, look at the solution now. Now we are going to express 1.325 bar into the form of p by q. So first let us take x equal to 1.325 bar. The bar only for the digits 2 and 5 both, not for 3. That means, how can you write this value now? 1.3252525, it's keep going on. That is the particular two digits only repeating here, right? Now here 2 digits only repeating here, so that now we are going to multiply on both sides by 100. Suppose 3 digits that is repeating here means we have to multiply with 1000, and only 1 digit repeated means we are going to multiply with 10, right? So now multiply both sides of this by 100. So 100 x equal to 100 into 1.32525 etc. So 100x equal to, when you multiply with 100, the point will move after 2 digit. So 132.525 etc. Now I am going to split this result 132.525. How can you split it means? So write the result and subtract the given number, that is 1.325. So 0, 0, 5 minus 3, 2, and here 131. So 100x equal to 131.2 plus, so write the given number. So that is a split up of this result. Okay. So 100x equal to 131.2 plus this result already we took as x. So keep this as x and then bring that x in the left hand side now. So 100x minus x equal to 131.2. Now subtracted 99x. So 99x equal to 131.2. Therefore, what is x now? 131.2 divided by 99. Is it a rational number? No, because the numerator is a decimal form. So we are going to convert that into integer, because in a rational number both numerator and denominator are integers. So how can you convert it into integer? So after the decimal place only 1 digit is there. So it is enough to multiply with 10. Suppose after decimal 2 places are there means we have to multiply with 100. So likewise. So now multiply with 10 and divided by 10, it will become 1312. The point will move after 1 digit, divided by 990. So now look at the numerator and denominator, both are integers. Therefore, it is a rational form. So that is a procedure to convert decimals into rational form.
Right. Next, operations on irrational numbers. Suppose 2 irrational numbers are there or 3 irrational numbers are there. Means how can we operate them? That means how can we add 2 irrational numbers? How can we subtract 1 irrational number from another irrational number? And how can we multiply 2 irrational numbers? and how can we divide irrational number by the other irrational number. So before that, so I want to tell one important note, that is, if you add any rational number with an irrational number, the result will be irrational number. In a similar way, if you subtract any rational number or irrational number, anything from another type of number, that is, another type of numbers means rational and irrational, like that. If you operate, simply if you operate one rational number and one irrational number, means the result will be irrational number only, right? So look at here, simplify the following. So 4 subdivisions are there. So first one is nothing but some irrational number and rational numbers are there. So we are going to operate with the addition symbol and also subtraction symbol also there. We are going to simplify that. And similarly, the second one, we are going to subtract one irrational number 5 minus root 2 from another irrational number 7 plus root 2. And third one, so 4 plus root 5 and 2 plus root 5, between the expression there is nothing is there, that is nothing operator is there, that means multiplication is there. So we are going to multiply them. And finally 3 root 7 divided by 7, that means we are going to divide 3 root of 7 by the number 7. So how can we do it? In each subdivisions, that is a combination of, that is, each subdivision is a combination of rational and irrational numbers are there, right? So now look at the solution video.
Look at the next example. So 2 plus root 3 plus 3 plus root 3 plus 5 minus root 2. That is the first subdivision of the example now. Now we are going to simplify this. How can we simplify the expression which contains both rational and irrational numbers? So how can we simplify? Means first we are going to arrange it into rational and irrational separately, right? So here 2, 3 and 5 are without square root numbers, so write them together and just arrange the root numbers everything together. So root 3 plus root 3 minus root 2. Now I arrange according to the type of the numbers. Now add these 3 numbers now. So 10 plus here 2 times root 3 are there, that is both are like terms. So 2 times root of 3 and minus root of 2. So here it is not possible to add these two because they are different rational, that is different irrational numbers. So if you want to simplify, means check whether they are like terms or not. Without like terms it is not possible. Now look at the result. So first number integer, second number irrational, third number also irrational. So everything different terms here. So it is not possible to simplify again. So that will be your answer. And what is the second one? 7 plus root 2 minus 5 minus root 2. That means we are going to subtract this expression from this expression, right? So here also first you have to arrange it, okay, into rational and irrational number separately. So before that, so here negative sign is there, so just multiply negative sign inside the bracket. So 7 plus root of 2, if you multiply inside it, it will become minus 5 plus root of 2. Now arrange it according to the types. So 7 minus 5 plus root 2 plus root of 2. So equal to 7 minus 5, 2 plus here both are irrational and both are like terms only. So add them. So 2 times is there. So 2 root 2. Now both are different kind of numbers, so leave as it is. So that is your solution. And the third one, what is the third one? So 4 plus root of 5 into 2 plus root of 5. Now we are going to multiply these two terms. So totally here 2 terms are there, here 2 terms are there. When you multiply you get 4 terms. So before multiplication, keep one thing in your mind, that is you have to multiply the integer with the integer and root number with the root number. So likewise, right? So equal to, now take 4 and multiply with these two numbers. So 4 into 2, 8 plus, it is not possible to write root of 20 because they are different kind of number. That is root number, that is non-root number. So write as it is, 4 root 5. Similarly take root 5 and multiply these two. Plus here also they are different type of numbers, right? 2 root 5 as it is. And what about the last one? Root 5, both are root numbers. So multiply together. So root of 25. So equal to 8 plus, here both are like terms, they having root 5. So add them. So 4 plus 2, 6. So 6 root 5 plus this one root of 25, that is square number. So square root of 25 is 5. So equal to, then add the integers now. 8 plus 5, 13 plus 6 root of 5. So here integer, here irrational number. So it is not possible to add together. So leave as it is. So that is the solution. And finally, the fourth one is nothing but 3 root of 7 divided by 7. Right, so we are going to simplify this. So before that, root 3 into root 3. How can you write this one? Root of 9. So 9 is a square number, therefore 3 is the square root. And similarly, root 4 into root 4 equal to root of 16. 16 is a square number, therefore the answer is 4. And similarly, root of 5 into root of 5 equal to root of 25. 25 is a square number, the answer is 5. So we can write 3. So likewise, root 3 into root 3. And similarly, 4 can be expressed as root 4 into root 4. And 5 can be expressed as root 5 into root 5. So an integer can be expressed with the product of the same number with the square root. That is the meaning. So the given number now, how can we go to write means 3 into root of 7 divided by, so 7 is there. How can I spell 7 like this? Root of 7 into root of 7. So 1 root 7 get cancelled. What about the remaining one? 3 divided by root of 7. So that is the answer.
Look at the next question. Representation of real numbers on the number line. So what is real number? So real number is nothing but it's a combination of rational plus irrational. It's nothing but real numbers. So every number, whatever it is, it may be a fraction, it may be decimal number, it may be integer, whole number, zero, root number, without root number, whatever it is, everything comes under the category of real number only. Right? So next we are going to see how can we represent this kind of numbers, that is square root of 8.5, square root of 9.2, so everything on the number line. That is, we already know that is how can we represent irrational numbers, everything on the number line. That is, how can we represent root 2 on the number line, root 3 on the number line, so everything we know that. Now we are going to learn how to represent root of 8.5, that is decimal numbers within the square root on the number line. Let us see the solution video now.
Next, we are going to represent root of 8.5 and root of 9.2 on the number line. So for that, take the first one, root of 8.5. So first we are going to draw a line with the length 8.5 centimeter. Let us take the end points as A and B. So next, just extend the line AB into 1 unit. That is, let us take this as 1 centimeter. Right? So let us take this one as C. Right? Then after that, now we are going to bisect AC. So how can you bisect a number, that is number line or any line? How can you bisect? So with your compass. So take your compass and make A as the center and take more than half of AC. So not more than half of AB, more than half of AC, and then draw one arc above and below the line. Right? In a similar way, keep the same measurement and make C as a center and draw one more arc, so that will intersect the previous arc. So if not intersecting it, just extend the arc that will intersect. Then after that, draw the line through this. Just draw the line through this. Actually here I am drawing roughly, so you can use your exact measurement. Okay. And this intersection point, let us take this as O. And then again take your compass and make O as a center and O as a radius. Just draw a semicircle from A. So that will pass through definitely C. Right? Then after that, from B, so draw a vertical line with a 90 degree exactly. Make your protractor. Right? So this intersection point is nothing but D. Then after that, again take your compass, make B as a center and measure BD as a radius. So draw one more arc, so that will intersect here. So extend the line little more. So this will be intersected here. This intersection point is nothing but your